I've started the recording. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Good afternoon to
Walaikum
each one of
assalam wa
you.
rahmatullah.
Today, we gather not just for a session, but for a moment of inspiration, rooted in purpose, driven by learning, and focused on what truly matters, that is growth. It is my honor and privilege to welcome a man whose life itself is a living example of the growth mindset. Not just embracing change, but creating it. From commanding the oceans as a merchant Navy officer to now charting new waters in education, he's redefined what it means to be a learner, a leader, and a legacy builder. He's not only the managing director of Member Academy, but also the torchbearer of knowledge and compassion. A name behind 204 schools across Telangana, the mind behind mobile science labs and science academy, the heart behind the Ilm Foundation, and the voice reviving the brilliance of Muslim scholars and forgotten legacies, all while empowering the next generation to think critically, act courageously, and lead compassionately. We are deeply honored to have him with us today to share his reflections on something he embodies so effortlessly, the growth mindset. Please join me in welcoming a navigator of knowledge, a builder of legacies, and a gardener of young minds, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Latif Atir. Over to you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I think I am clear with the sound.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Okay. Thank you, Rafin, for the introduction.
You're welcome.
As the topic is very close to me because if you look at my profile and if you look at my work culture or the concept I come from, is totally different. And why I am talking about this topic is relevant to me is that when you have a fixed mindset and when you have a growth mindsets. So I will be taking through a journey with the fixed mindsets and a growth mindset. We will be talking about it. What is the difference between a fixed mindset and the growth mindset? It's very important for an educator or a school to have a growth mindset. But what we are able to see today, the schools are fixed with the fixed mindset. And this is only creating the students. Uh, there is little bit of disturbance from someone. I request everybody to mute.
Are you able to unmute yourself?
Hello. Hello. Is everybody able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, we are.
Yes,
You are
yes.
loud and clear, Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Sorry. There are a lot of, I think people are waiting to get in. So that is also creating. Okay, then I will restart with what I was talking about. It as most of you are from the educators and you are running those schools, or you are as a principals or a school leaders, or planning to have a school or get into the academics or the education sector. Right now, what we are seeing, why this topic is very relevant for us to have it as a fixed mindset and a growth mindset, because we are able to see everybody is coming up with a new idea that we want to have a different type of curriculum, we want to have a different type of culture in our classrooms, we want to have a different types of ball game into the education sector, because most of you are uh, growing through different types of maybe online meetings, offline meetings, or attending the conferences where people are talking about different types of things. But we are not able to implement in our schools and colleges because of the fixed mindset, not from the management side. It can be from a teaching perspective. The teachers are with the fixed mindset. Then we have the students and parents, those who are also with the fixed mindsets. Now, yes, it is difficult to have a school and think of a growth mindset. Right now, you can have some examples which they started with a vision of a growth mindset. They said that I don't want to have a school which have a timetable, which have curriculum, which have examinations. So there are some beautiful examples already we have it in the world, and they started with a growth mindset that we want to change the perspective of the education system. Some of the schools are like Rishi Valley School, which is very famous. We doesn't have any examination till 8th class. Then Riverside in Ahmedabad. And there are a few more schools which work on a different platform and different perspective. Right now, the purpose of a fixed and growth mindset is that how can we change the mindset of our parents, teachers, as well as our students, those who are into the fixed mindset. When we started those, everybody start the school with a different want to change because they are not satisfied with the education what they have it in their schools. That is the first vision they have it in the mind, and they everybody talks about it. No, sir, I don't want my school to be same school as which is running side by. I want to have a change and different mindset. But ultimately, after 12 years of their school establishment, they are into the same fixed mindset, and everybody is talking about the marks, everybody is talking about the achievement of their children, everybody is focusing about the ranks, what the students are getting from their schools. So these are the things they are into the fixed mindset. Now, it's very difficult for us to understand a growth mindset because growth mindsets require different types of little bit of thinking. I will be talking about it, how you can transform your schools into a growth mindset. It cannot be a one-time thing that everything can be changed in those schools and a growth mindset will start appearing in your schools. It is not going to happen. We have to have with the classrooms and different structures within the classroom where teacher may be a mentor, a teacher cannot be a teacher, and she can be just a guide and a mentor, and students will learning with the peer learning groups can happen within the school. So that will be my focus area for today's, because most of you are into the school education and we are talking to the school leaders. So these areas will covered, and slowly you can have implementation in your schools, these types of activities where different kinds of methodologies can be implemented within the school, and you can have the thinking minds of your classrooms as well as the difference within your schools. That I will be talking about it. Now, talking about my background and coming from a different background to the education sector, I started with a mobile science lab. I do a lot of science related activities. I run a science academy where I train the teacher in experimental science. I don't have a classroom teaching. So we take up the science teacher and say that if you are teaching H2O, show me where is H, where is O. So practically based learning, we have labs where we teach the teachers into the experimental methodology. Our program called Do, Learn, Teach, where we train the teachers from the government sector. Basically, it is funded by Tech Mahindra. Now, about the education system, we everybody knows that education system has revolved where we don't have these types of classrooms or a fixed syllabus. So there were halqas in the Muslim civilization where one-to-one mentoring was given by the teacher to the students, and thus the way education has started into different forms. uh, Now he may be interested in some subject, he can go to those teacher and sit it within the classroom and talk about the curriculum and system to the teacher. So this will improve our classrooms, which will improve the student basically, because right now we are able to see everybody able to score good marks because fixed mindset. Now, what is the fixed mindset? If you talk about so-called schools which are able to get 100% marks, which are able to get top rankers, which are able to get 90% of their students. Generally, what happened with the schools and colleges is that they don't use the textbook, they use their own study material, and they remove all the content from the textbooks, and they have developed their own curriculum and content, and they make practice to the students, and they keep on practicing those chapters or the questions. As you know, every board examination has a calculation of, suppose if you go in the mathematics, calculus has some 8 marks questions are going to come from these chapters, 5 marks questions are going to come from this chapters. There are weightages in CBSE, SSC, and other boards. And the challenge is that in the eighth class and ninth class, we start removing the students from our schools, those who are not able to cope up for the 10th class, and we talk to the parents and we make sure that our result is 100%, and we make sure that those students are not able to clear the 10th examination. We make them to sit for any other board examination like NIS, National Institute of Open School, or any other TOS like we have in Telangana, TOS examination. And every school makes sure that no student goes to the 10th class with a mindset, say that a fixed mindset that it is going to affect our result. And this practice is followed all over those schools. It can be a good school, it can be a bad school, but every school have this practice. They don't allow, and they in the ninth class they talk to the parent, they talk to the child, they have multiple counseling, and they say that no, your student is not going to clear the examination. That's why we are not able to push him to the 10th class. But we don't take the chance with that child. That is known as growth mindset. Why can't we take a chance for 2 students, 3 students, say that this is my challenge, this is my challenge for my school, this is my challenge for my teachers, this is my challenge as a academician. But we don't want to take because because you have fixed your mindset that I want to show 100% result in my school. That's why I am removing those students from my classrooms, and I am not taking the chances. Now, this is the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Now, if you are a growth mindset, then you say that no, I will put a challenge to my teachers and say that yes, this can be done, this can be achieved. I can make sure that this child able to pass the examination with a good marks. That is my challenge. My challenge is not for the student, those who are scoring good marks and showing those numbers, because you don't have to put your efforts, and teachers don't have to put more efforts on the brighter child. The teacher has to put a efforts on the child who is not able to cope up. That is the challenge you have to take. And once you are able to take that you are coming from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. Then talking to the parents is most important because parents are also having the fixed mindset. What I have seen that generally when we do the counseling for the NEET, especially for the NEET, which is a very trapped system of education, and they go up with the second attempt, third attempt, and they say that my child is very bright because she has scored or he has scored 95% marks. That's why my child is bright in the intermediate and she is able to clear the NEET examination. Now, NEET examination or a competitive examination are the student, those who have scored 80 marks, they only go for the long-term NEET or the IIT examination. A 65% scoring student will never appear for the IIT examination. So the competition is between the 80 and 100 marks students only for the NEET examination. Now, the parents say that no, 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 no. Second attempt she has done she has scored 350 marks. Now she is a topper and she can score more marks. And they are wasting their 3 years of life, and still they are not able to get into the NEET examination because this is a fixed mindset of the parent. They say that hello, hello,
Yeah, we can hear you.
hello. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Sir. Yes.
Okay. Please let me know if I'm just anybody is not able to hear me. Please let me know or just
Yeah, sure.
yeah. Sorry. Uh, did I miss something or just on the track? Hello.
No, you didn't
No,
miss
you didn't.
anything.
No, you didn't.
Hello. Can somebody come back?
Yes, sir, you can continue. You did not
Yes.
miss anything.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Madam Aisha, Madam. So we have to change those mindsets and we have to talk to the parents and we have to counsel them a lot and say that this is not the way your child is able to achieve it. And this is not the start, this is not the end to go with it. And these are the challenges we are facing on day-to-day life because we are running the school, we have to show the marks because the competition is high. The students from other schools, they are coming and saying that those schools are able to produce the results. But if you look at the schools like Rishi Valley, Riverside, they never publish their results. You don't see any advertisement of Rishi Valley. You never see advertisement of Riverside or any other top level schools about the numbers, games, what we show by our schools of the numbers. So this is very important where we give the environment within your school and make sure that the student learning outcomes are measurable in different fields. I will give you some of the examples. One example can be a best example is assembly. Why we have a assembly of a straight line? Why don't we have a assembly of a triangle? Why don't we have a assembly of a rhombus? Why don't we have a assembly of a rectangle? Why don't we have a assembly of a square? Why everybody is having a assembly of a straight line for the years and years and years? So this can be because that is our fixed mindset and said that assembly should be, and nobody has said that assembly should be in a straight line. Did anybody said to us, or if we change in our school, is somebody is going to question why you are doing it? But for a growth mindset, it can start with the change of assembly, where you can have a circle assembly and a teacher or a presenter can be in center and talking to all the student can be an assembly line. So changing little bit within your school atmosphere can be a different and can be a game changer for the student to enjoy for the learning. And you can say that this assembly is for a growth mindset. Every day we are changing the pattern of our assembly. So this can be introduced within your school, and you can able to see the change within the assembly what you are doing daily. And it is like a Bible that assembly should be on a straight line, and everybody is following it. So we have fixed to our mindset that assembly should be on a straight line, and the principal teacher has to be in the front, and students has to be, we have to face the students, and that is the only concept of a assembly. And second, it can be a different within your lower KG, UKG, within your school. You don't have to have a classroom with the benches. You can have two classrooms, because sitting with one benches is one classroom. Second will be the, you can allocate a 50% of open space within your classroom. And within that classroom, a teacher can just say a concept and say that I am making a peer groups of 5 Go back, get out of your table and chair or a bench, go back, sit at the background, and start learning and come up with the concept what you have learned. I am not going to tell you all the concept detail of this. Today's topic is this. I am not teaching you. You are teaching each other within the classroom. And this is my 20-minute session. I have 40 minutes classroom. Now this is my 20-minute session. 20-minute session, go back within your classroom, join your bench in the front, or use open space within the classroom and have a discussion and have a presentation from them as a team leader. You write down the points of the concepts, and those concepts points can be said by your team leader on the board, and you can complete the topic. Believe me, there is no other way. And what the teacher is teaching, she can have another 5 points, but the students, when they come up with, you can have a discussion of 10 points, and you can complete your lesson within that learning outcomes. So this is growth mindset, but we don't want to take the risk, because if we take the risk, what parents will tell, then what the management will tell about it, then they will say, no, 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 don't do this, all types of naughty things. You go and deliver your classroom, correct the books and do it. So you are not giving liberty to your teachers also. Talk to them. Do you have any great idea? Do you have anything within your classroom that can be changed? Yes, you can do it. The third important thing I can talk about is that we put a charts in our classroom generally for any topics and other things. There are a lot of chart plays, and after 10 days, 15 days, the color fading of the chart, they will tone into different pieces and it looks very ugly within your classroom. Why don't we have a whiteboard pattern of a 3 feet within your classroom? And just give the concept, give them the pen and say that write down, three team members go to the left, three team members go to the right board, and another three member to the second board, third board, and fifth board. You don't have to use your board as a teacher. Student will be using their boards, and they can discuss the concept and they can write out the concept, and you can just go and do the corrections. So these types of things has to be implemented within your system, because what the system right now you have with a fixed mindset is going to be outdated. And it's very difficult for us to retain our education curriculum. Try to understand that, because right now there is lot of learning going by the student at different level. There are nearly 150 uh, uh, distractions to the student, from starting from a home, from a cart puller, from a billboard on the roadside, to every, from entering into the classroom. There are 150 distractions by the student. He may be having a discussion within in the bus. So there are a lot of, so there is one school kill creativity. Ken Robinson is one of the good author of this book, and he has written a very good book on the topic how school kill creativity. You can go through the book also if you are need very fast. There is a video about the education system and the transformation because they have stopped the creative and thinking mind because when industrialization has taken place, they need a white collar labor. So white collar labor should not be a thinking mind. So if we have too many of thinking mind, you cannot work. So they started the curriculum with the process where everybody put into one factory and output is the same and similar, where we will get lot of qualified laborers to work for the organization. So this is known as the fixed mindset. And it is a very good book. As an educator, everybody should read that Ken Robinson, How School Kill Creativity is the book. And there is a video, beautiful video, animated video. You can see the animated video also. So these types of activities can be implemented in your school. So changing from your fixed mindset of your school in the assembly and changing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things within your classrooms is taking your fixed mindset of school to a growth mindset of your school. And we talk about a lot of things that we give the projects like saying that don't waste water. We make water day, labor day, every another day is celebrated within our school. So there is a lot of preparation by the student, by the charts, talking about giving them the award. And have you observed that what is the level of water he is just wasting within his home? So you can give a project to the student who has got a beautiful chart and said that water, how to consume water, how to save water, how to save the water on earth. There are beautiful articles. Do you ask your child to say that, okay, Baba, you are taking a bath. Can you measure how many liters of water you are taking every day for your bath? Or daily usage? Can you do that measurement? So that is the transformation needed within the education. You don't need lot of articles. You don't need saying that keep your surrounding clean. I generally say this with my religion that please don't use your tongue to teach your religion. So in education also, don't use your tongue to teach your child. Ask him to behave. That is going to transform the child. You don't have to say that where to park, how to keep the sleeper. You can, and he can score a number of marks and he can get good marks into the syllabus. But does your education is changing his behavior? No, the behavior is not change of the child who has scored lot of marks also. So what is the purpose of 12 years and 15 years of education? So there should be a transformation, and a transformation can be a single thing within the school. Plastic wastage, there you can make a plastic day, and on that day nobody is using the plastic. On the second and third day, our teachers are bringing their tiffin in the plastic bags, and there is a lot of plastics within your school. One day there was no plastic and we have celebrated it there. Third day there was a plastics within your school. So we have not changed. It was a fixed mindset. We did not change it to a growth mindset. Now, usage of electricity within your school, you can say that I am getting a bill of 1 lakh rupees. You can have a project within the student, say that, can I reduce the electricity bill of my school? So you can give this life project to the student where the student switch off the lights, they take up the systematic format. And believe me, you can reduce the electricity bill of your school if you are 1 lakh rupees. Believe me, that project done by the student, and you can monitor those projects, and believe me that costing will come to 16,000. I am guaranteeing you to get into the 60s and 80,000 of your electricity. There is a behavioral changes, but we are doing a science fair project or a project which only on the paper, which is not implemented within the schools. So these are the few things. I don't want to go into more detail for the system because I want to have a little bit of question and answer session. So I think I will wind up with this. We will have lot of discussion. Please come up with your questions. What are the little knowledge I have, I will be sharing with you. And this is going to have a very good impact within your school from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. And changing your assembly is start of your fixed mindset to a growth mindset. So change your atmosphere, change your learning outcomes, change your classroom teaching. So this is the way you are fixing your fixed mindset to a growth mindset. I will share one story what I have done right now. I have come up with an idea called I want to have a park for a students. So this I don't have that much of money and other thing, but I said that I want to have a park, archaeologist for a day, geologist for a day, botanist for a day, where school student will come to my park and half day I am going to talk about the archaeology by the archaeologist. Then I will ask the student to go into a archaeological park where a temporary park is created and they are going to behave like a archaeologist. So this idea I have created in 2014 and 2024. Another new project I have created. And then uh, I started circulating this idea. This idea was selected by Indian School of Business. ISB has selected them. They have done a project feasibility report for 7 months. They have done a project feasibility is going to be feasible or not, and it is going to be accepted by the schools or not. So they went to top-notch school like in Hyderabad, Glendale, Oak Ridge, Hyderabad Public School. You name the school, they went to those school, Aga Khan Academy, and they said that yes, these types of parks are needed. So that's the idea I have created, and alhamdulillah, that idea is right now into the transformation stage. So we have created a business plan, and we are going to invest around 125 CR into that project. And that project is going to be a different. I am not going to. People say that why don't you establish a school? I said that everybody is establishing the school. Where is the other thing? So this is known as the growth mindset, where students learning in different way can be happen within the park. So these types of things has to be incorporated within your schools, and it can be done. You don't have to have too much of money. Try to understand. No, I say that no need of money. Only you need a mindset that is known as from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. If you start talking to your teachers and management and saying that right now we have a fixed mindset, I want to change to a growth mindset, everyday change will make a change of 210 days. Around we have 210 days and pen down what will be the change from a fixed mindset within our school to a growth mindset. It can be a simple, can be a paper, it can be a pen, it can be eraser, it can be a dustbin also. So pen down those things and say that this is one thing I am going to change within my school and I am going to make a difference. Start thinking in those lines, and definitely it is going to transform your schools. And not only school, the student, those who are coming of your school don't have only the baggage or the degree within your hand. They have the growth mindsets. They think differently, they behave differently within the society, and these types of activities inculcating within your schools is going to change your school for a longer period of time. And then the students, those who are coming out of your schools, are going to be a contributor to the society. With these few words, I would like to thank each and everyone. And second is that one most important thing I want to say that when ISRO was launching a satellite, and the satellite got failed, and APJ Abul Kalam was the in charge director, and press and media came to the ISRO and said that the project has failed. So the chairman ISRO, I don't remember the name, he said that I am going to attend that conference and I am going to say the people that we have failed in our idea and we are going to come back. So APJ Abu Kalam said, no, no, sir, as a team leader, I have failed. I am going to go and talk to the people. He said, oh, no, that is not your job. You have done your job wonderfully. I am going to address the press conference. And he has attended the press conference and said in the press conference that we try to launch a satellite which got failed. And definitely we are going to come back and we are going to launch another satellite within time frame, and we are going to make this a success. After 1 year, they worked hard, the team has worked hard, and when the team has worked hard, the satellite was already successfully launched. Then he went to ISRO scientists and there was a press conference and said to the chairman, said that, sir, we have successfully launched, and you can go and say that what you have committed to the press and media and to the government that we are going to successfully launch, and you can just share those success story with the people. And the chairman said that, no, I am not going to go and say to the people or the press media that I have successfully launched this satellite. You are going to go and tell that it has been successfully launched by APJ Abdul Kalam. So as a team leader, we should take the responsibility of a failure of a mindset where our teacher commit some mistakes, and we should stand with that and say that I take full responsibility as a leader, and I will make sure that next time my teachers come back with lot of good work, and that's the way you can. And then the success comes, you ask your teachers, leaders to share those success with the parents. This is the last line I want to share with you. Thank you very much for giving me this time. Hope I have utilized your time successfully and I have shared some of the things. I don't want you to listen and go for I don't want you to change your school for a day, but please, my request is that from tomorrow onwards, you start with a little change and share that story that I started the change within my schools. Thank you very much.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much, sir. Um, Barakallah. I mean, Alhamdulillah, it was very inspiring. Like the way you talked about growth mindset. Um, for me, it's like, I'm in a deep reflective mode because what you said was so powerful that we need to ignite the same spark in our students to encourage them not just to learn, but to implement and grow through it. We are so grateful for your time and wisdom. Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much. The floor is now open for question and answers. So anybody has any question, go ahead and unmute yourself. Ms. Tarim, do you have any announcement?
No, Alhamdulillah. We just have to announce for the mentorship masterclass for Monday. That's it.
Sure, you can go ahead.
Assalamu
Do we have
alaikum, dear school leaders. Yeah, we have a mentorship masterclass on Monday. That's going to be the 7th of July at 2 to 3 p.m. Inshallah. We'll see this single point of contact from your school, the Spokes, and the school leaders are, if the school leaders are the Spokes, so they'll be there. If they have other Spokes beside themselves, please ask the Spokes to join the session. It's going to be on the same platform from 2 to 3. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum Assalam. Jazakallah khair. Thank you for that reminder.
Walaikum Salam.
So it seems we don't have any questions. So shall we conclude?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
So I would like to thank each and everyone. I have kept 45 minutes for the lecture and 15 minutes for question and answers. So that's the way I was going to talk about it. If you don't have any questions, that's nice. What I will tell is that we are connected. Please let us know. You may not have the questions right now, but we are available for your questions at any time. Whatever the little knowledge we have, we can, if we can transform your schools, definitely we are with you. You can have one-to-one session or a message for us that I am thinking of these types of change. It is possible. If uh, something from my can benefit to your school, I am available for each and every school leaders who are there here.
Jazakallah khair, sir. Thank you so much. Since we don't have any questions, we shall conclude this session. Jazakallah khair, everyone, for your attendance. Please try to ask this folks from your school to join on Monday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. for mentorship masterclass. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa